Hey man, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com. News today that the PayPal CashBack MasterCard is getting worse, significantly worse, I would say, although on the surface you might say it doesn't seem like that big of a difference. What's happening is the everyday cashback percentage on the card, at least for non-PayPal purchases, going from 2% down to 1.5%, and then the cashback percentage on PayPal will continue at 3%. Now this change is already reflected for potential new cardholders on the PayPal credit card website. If you already have the PayPal cashback MasterCard, you will continue to get that 2% on your non-PayPal purchases through the end of July, and then in August you're dropping down to 1.5% on those purchases. Now in the past I've been pretty high on this card because it gave you that 2% on all of your purchases, and so if you were someone that wanted to hold only one card or maybe 2 or 3 credit cards, it was a great base because you had that 2%, which is sort of the high in terms of the standard on the credit card market right now, and then you had the 3% on PayPal, so a very nice combination. But by dropping that 2% down to 1.5%, no longer competitive on those everyday purchases, at least for most people. And even though the 3% on PayPal is still a nice to have, there are other cards on the market where you can get 3% on your online purchases, even beyond PayPal. So the Blue Cash Everyday card going to give you 3% on your online purchases, or at least the vast majority of them, and it has a lot of other enhanced reward categories that would make it better than this card by almost any comparison. And then also something like maybe the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, where you can choose 3% on your online purchases and you can still get an enhanced reward on your grocery and wholesale club purchases. Especially if you're a preferred rewards member with Bank of America, you get even better. So the PayPal cashback MasterCard now looks much worse in comparison to those other cards. PayPal and their issuing partners, Synchrony Bank, have tinkered with this card in the recent past. A couple years ago, after it was just a 2% flat cashback card that was competitive but didn't make a whole lot of sense necessarily as a PayPal specific card, they changed it and added that extra 1% on your PayPal purchases, which made it a whole lot better when you compared it to other similar cards on the market that were offering 2% on your everyday purchases. Now in this case, they're tinkering again. And if they had tinkered the other way and said, okay, well, we're going down to 1.5% here, but we're going to jack up those rewards on your PayPal purchases to 4%, well, then maybe you'd say, okay, that makes it a little more, or makes a little more sense, because those are at least better rewards on PayPal, and this is a PayPal credit card, so at least it makes sense to me why they're doing it. In this case, it's just a straight downgrade. So you hate to see it, especially for people that might have gotten this card in the recent past. Once you drop down to 1.5% on your everyday purchases, well, the whole value proposition changes because there are so many cards on the market that will give you 2% on all of your purchases. So this no longer seems very special unless you are a hardcore PayPal buyer, which I don't know how many people are hardcore PayPal buyers. So love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to ProudMoney.com, where we do credit card reviews. We talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you don't have a comment or you're not going to go to the website, watch this video next.